One. Good morning, e-commerce business school. And if you haven't heard of us yet, you get the opportunity today to dig in and learn a little bit more about who we are. And with me this morning is Sharon Irwin, and I'm going to interview her in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining me, Sharon.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Kurt, for having me on. This is great.
Awesome. And if someone in the box there wants to give us a little love and let us know if the audio and video is coming through good for you, that would be sweet also. I'm still getting used to a little bit of new technology, but I'm convinced you can teach an old dog new tricks. I'm learning them. It's fun. Always be learning is one of my 10 commandments of accountability and growth and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, welcome everybody. This is Coach Kirk Johnson with Sharon Irwin, and we're going to talk a little bit about the e-commerce masters program, Brian Cumming'S live events, just a whole bunch of fun stuff this morning. And if you are coming over, I got a slide that'll remind us of this, Sharon, because I know usually you've been doing the Saturday morning check-in with some of our awesome e-commerce masters program members like Stephen Hunt and Rich Ziegler and Tim Coyle, and so they'll be coming over here to the Facebook Live instead of the GoToWebinar. In fact, our awesome Lisa Celine fired up the GoToWebinar, so they're going to see a slide and say, hey, no, come on over to Facebook this morning. And so we'll want to welcome them again here in a few minutes as they make that transition. Ann says, hey, Kurt and Sharon, hear you loud and clear. All right, we are ready
Right.
to roll. So, Sarah, let me give a little bit of backdrop because at the end of this recording, or even right now, the link is already there. I'm just going to tease them a little bit of with Brian Cumming's story, and then that link will take them for the opportunity first to hear Brian's full story that he told in Dallas, which was just incredible and amazing. His story is inspiring so many people. So it just really forthright with you guys. This is just a little tiny taste. It's an appetizer to go after that full meal, and you can click on the link and do that when we'll be done here. But go ahead and wait until we do that because we're going to share a little bit, and Sharon's going to share a little bit as we move forward. So, Sharon, this is a screenshot of Brian Cummings actually in Las Vegas at the ASD trade show, one of the largest, if not the largest trade show in all of America, where we were the premier training company, and he's up there training, and there were like 45,000 people at this event. We so packed this room that the fire marshal had to shut the door and not let anybody else in. And so it was really a good time there in Las Vegas. And by the way, I have some pictures of you in Las Vegas too here coming up shortly. So, and what we're trying to emphasize this morning, and continually a theme that we have here at the e-commerce business school, is all about relationships. We're real people. We really want to help you. Sharon and I really do know each other. We were just together in Dallas with Brian and Ann and Lisa and the gang, and I'll show you a picture of that here just in a few minutes. And so if you are going to succeed or want to succeed or begin to succeed or jump into the entrepreneurial waters, especially in the e-commerce world, it can be lonely. But we're here to help you with that. We have a very, very strong emphasis. We are a results driven mentoring community. Everybody say community. Community. If you're listening,
Yes.
type in community. Hey, Rich. Yeah, I think I might even have you on a slide here this morning. So community, community. And the reason I guess people love Brian, part of the reason, besides they can see that he really cares about them, is he has forged this path through the e-commerce wilderness, found success, shares his secrets, and is now, and has for a while, been living this lifestyle that people say, I want to be like Brian. Here's his RV, which now is much bigger. I think it's on his fourth RV. Here he is zip lining and on the beach, probably in Costa Rica. By the way, he's on his way to Costa Rica as we speak. Right now, probably in the air. All right. And so this is he and his wonderful wife, Terry, whom again we've met on several occasions. We're real people here enjoying life. But, say, oh, great. That's great for Brian. But what we want to try to convey is that Brian, along with a lot of our other awesome and talented and gifted trainers like Dr. Josie Shepard here and Danita Zanre and Sarah, so I just go on and on. we're actually here to help you and share all of our secrets, wisdom, accountability, mentoring with you here at the E-commerce Business School. And so again, this is Brian. I believe that shot is in Minnesota. This is Brian with two of Ann's sons. The middle one here, Robert, is actually a sourcing agent. He lives in China, knows Mandarin. So our China connection, some of our customers, clients, and students aspire to source from China, and we have just an in there also. And so I really do encourage you all today, again, to go when this is done and listen to Brian's full story that he just shared. It's really updated. Don't say, oh, I heard that in Minnesota last year. No, 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 no. This is updated. And there's even more. And every time Brian speaks, it seems like he just gets better and better and better and better. And so this is a screenshot of less than a week ago in Dallas, Texas. We were just having a good time there. That's me standing on a couch. I am not that tall. And I don't know, Sharon, if you could pick out your mug here somewhere, but
I can't see the slides, Kurt, so a little tech
oh, okay, all right,
on my end, but it's all good. I'm visualizing it all as you're going through because
all
I
right.
was there.
All right, all right. Well, again, so Brian's journey is an incredible journey to hear and listen to and know of. But what's more important for you listening today is to know that the path that he has helped carve here, the path that, along with the assistance of many other trainers, including Dr. Josie Shepard, will be back in Dallas with Brian and Josie and other trainers again in March, especially catering to our e-commerce master's program students. Others have followed in the path, including not only myself, I helped create it, but I also came into it and through Ann's mentoring community, but Sharon. And so if you have come over now from the normal Saturday morning check-in, from the GoToWebinar, there's a slide there that says, come on over here. Normally you would see Sharon. So Sharon, why don't you say hello? I got a few slides on you. Tell a little bit about yourself and welcome the crowd that you usually have on Saturday morning on GoToWebinar.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Kurt. Texas was amazing. For those of you that were there with us, I know you all agree. We've been seeing the surveys pouring in. And of course, feedback is the breakfast of champions, Kurt. So I totally agree with Kurt. Every time Brian gets feedback, he's constantly checking and adjusting, whether it's from our community or, his finger on the pulse with everything he's doing in e-commerce. He's giving that all back to each and every one of us, which is a beautiful thing. But welcome in all the Saturday morning community check-in folks. I don't see the list, but thank you for crossing the bridge over, and Lisa helping us to get everyone moved over to Facebook Live. Thanks, Kurt, for firing all this up with the technical buttons. And e-commerce master's program and the journey that Brian has put together for everyone to grab onto his hand, grab onto the hands of all of our trainers, leaders, and coaches. The live events are amazing, but you get to experience that every single week in our community because we do live check and adjust. We do live coaching. We do live mentoring in our meeting rooms like this every day of the week. So we actually recreate the live workshop experience so you can continue to have that in between events right from your home, right from your computer. So I think that's pretty powerful, right, Kurt?
Yep, it sure is, Sharon. But
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is have you share this slide that I put up here is a picture of you when we did the sourcing workshop in Denver
Okay.
4 or 5. Why don't you tell your story? Because again, there are so many that we just want to get their story out. It's Brian's story is great and the motivator, but I think
Right.
what's almost as important is people saying to themselves, well, can I do this too? So
Sure.
we
Yeah.
shared Martha's story. We shared Danita's story. You're going to share your story. We're just going to keep sharing stories and stories and stories
Okay.
until any doubter out there can say, I can do this too. And so if you'd share a little bit, your first, I think you even met Ann in Portland. Just share a little bit about your
Yeah.
journey. And this is the
Yeah.
first slide that I have here. By the way, after this, since you can't see the slide deck, I should have prepared better for that, Sharon, is a slide
That's
of
okay.
is a slide of you in Las Vegas, and I'll take it from there as far as telling you what slides there are. But tell us your entry point.
Sure. Sure. So, wow, it was over a decade ago. I was looking for a way to transition out of corporate America due to my firstborn, our firstborn, having a pretty serious medical condition. And so I chose to really write my own pink slip and look for a way to use my skill sets working for myself. I had just a smidge of experience in the entrepreneurial world. Um, my husband, previous that since passed, also from a medical condition that was similar to my daughter's that was born. It's kind of crazy, but anyway, long story short, he was an entrepreneur through and through, and being with him for 7 years was a blessing because that's what really laid the groundwork inside of me to understand the freedom of entrepreneurialism. I didn't have that in my own family. So it was planted in me during that 7 year stretch. And I started to do more things independently with my career and the clients and customers that I was working with. And it was a total blast. It was a complete, when we do strengths finders in our community, it was a complete match with who I am at my core. And so then when I exited corporate, I was like, what can I do? Right. So I started working on selling products and services that I had a passion for, something that I was using myself, that I was excited about, that was helping my family. But the one piece that was missing is I really had no idea how to take that into the online world. And so, in my searching and in all the events that I would attend, I came across Ansi. And as soon as I found her, I entered into what she called at the time her inner circle leaders club. And it was all about building your own sales funnels and having your own finding your best customers online. And she was the only mentor, teacher, and coach that I could find that would give me everything I needed. Like, not just like a little small piece of what I needed to figure it out, but everything. And so it was then that I made the decision that I was not going to stop following Ansi. Everything that she was teaching me, everything inside of her community, it worked for me. And this was definitely a first because I did have some stumbles and fell into some, pretty significant potholes along the road in the beginning. But as soon as I got plugged in with Ann and the community and the leaders, and then there came a day when she announced e-commerce master's program. And because of the fact that I had already been working with her for many years, and there was, I knew her, I liked her, I trusted her, I had results. It took me like 2 seconds to push the button, come into e-commerce master's program, fully confident that what she had put together in the e-commerce space was also going to turn into a success for me and my family. And of course, being a big, e-commerce consumer through Amazon for my own family and a prime buyer, I'm like, are you kidding me? I had no idea that this existed. And so, and being able to have the full scope. So at that first event where the picture is of me, where Brian, I think I'm remembering the picture, I was sitting in that class, and I remember thinking before I went to the event, wow, this event is going to be so far beyond where I'm at right now in my e-commerce journey. Should I really be making this leap in my skill set so far ahead of where I'm at right now? And I just said, just do it. That talk you have with yourself, just do it. So I got there and I was surrounded by so many incredible people. Dr. Josie, Brian, Kurt, Ann, all the leaders in the room. Danita was there. There were so many awesome people there. And I just immediately was like, yes, I'm so glad I'm here. And literally in one afternoon of teaching, coaching, and training and the tools that I was being provided with at that workshop, I was able to start wholesaling in my business in one afternoon. It was insane.
And Sharon, I don't know if you're going to mention this or not, but, oh, and by the way, I just wanted to let everybody know your daughter You just got a really great report yesterday or the day before that she is just doing well in life and health and all that. That was an exciting report to hear. So
Yeah, so Kayla is 13 now. And for any of you that don't know, she had open heart surgery when she was 5 months old. So we go to the cardiologist once a year, and uh, they give us the news of how things are going. And basically, from last year to this year, everything has stayed steady. And I was just walking on water the other day when I was telling Kurt the update. And the other thing that's really cool about this business that I love so much is my kids have watched me. And the two of them are very creative, they're very independent. I know that they're going to do their own things in business and in the world. My daughter has already like written like a little mini um, sales letter, I'll call it that, to take care of everyone's houses in the neighborhood when they're not home, taking care of their pets, picking up their mail, doing. And she's just doing different creative things that I know, and she knows how to source, she knows how to ship, she knows how to find products that have profit. I mean, it's just, and she started learning this when she was 10.
Sharon,
So
that's awesome. I'm just going to come in here. What I really wanted people to know is you have had challenges. It's not like life and business has all been smooth sailing for you. A lot of times people get that in their mind. Well, that's fine for Brian. Okay, that's fine for Martha. Okay, that's fine for Joey. Okay, no. And you actually scooted into this classroom where I'm showing the slide when you first met. Just tell them really, I mean, it was the challenges that you overcome to get to the lifestyle that you want now.
yeah, so it was 4th of July weekend, and I ended up breaking my fifth metatarsal in my right foot, stepping out of the front door of our friend's house to go watch the fireworks. I twisted my foot with these little wedgie sandals. It was just ridiculous. I couldn't walk, and I was like, oh no, what happened? So I had this huge cast. I don't remember what color it was because I did have to have it changed once
It
before.
was blue. I remember.
Okay. I started with green and then I switched to blue, but it was right before the Colorado trip. I had it all planned. We were riding the train through the Rocky Mountains, all this stuff. And I end up with this big old cast, and I get a knee scooter, and doctor's like, you can't drive, you can't do this. So then I had to shift gears as well, not only to get to the events, like, okay, I'm going to show up anyway, but in my business, I wasn't allowed to drive. So I had to get really creative. And thankfully, our coaches and trainers, they have that covered for us. We can source products online. And so I shifted gears pretty much overnight into online sourcing. And so, yeah, what a blessing to be able to have so many opportunities here. No matter what life throws at you, you can shift gears, you can pivot, you can make a change, and you can still win, right?
Yep, Sharon, you are one of the most positive and encouraging people I know. It's just amazing. I thought I was a positive person until I met you, and I got a long way to go to catch up to you. But, I wanted people to know, all the people on this call right now, and all, in fact, give Sharon some love. I know of the dozens and dozens of people that will hear, hundreds eventually hear this. You connect so well with so many people. Just type in the comment, just an appreciation to Sharon of what she does and who she is, and now maybe you know a little bit more about her. And I think that's part of the reason you're able to connect with people, Sharon, because hey, life's bumps and people going through life's bumps, engaging in business and trying to make it in their business. Been there, done that, and we're doing it together. So go ahead and throw those comments in the box. Let Sharon know how much of your appreciation. So Sharon, running just a little low on time, and so
Okay.
I'm going to go to the next slide. And if you would just tell a little bit then, not only growing your own business, and Sieg saw your great talents and all that, you were just a rising star within our community in your own right, and she brought you on staff. And now I just have a few slide shots here of Las Vegas. That's Anne on the stage there. She brought her son over from China to speak. We were the premier training company. I shot there with you and Lisa smiling, and then us at a table at lunch as we were serving our customers and clients there at that huge trade center. And so, what's it like been coming then also in addition to what you do with business into Ann's business and working with her and coming even in closer to this journey of empowering entrepreneurs?
Well, I think the biggest blessing is that um, Anne has put together a team, and it really is a dream come true. So, when we were talking earlier, Kurt, about feeling isolated, or when you're an entrepreneur and you're running your own business, especially when you're running it from home, or you can run it wherever you want, um, you've got to be able to plug in to the energy of community and leadership, um, and have that going on a regular basis. So I was really, really, really craving that. I wanted to be part of a team and a community. I didn't want to just be this solopreneur, just out there doing my own thing and having success and not helping other people. So all of you have seen Anne's heart if you've been around for any amount of time. So everyone around her, same type of, what do you call it, Kurt? You have a word for it.
Kindred
But it's,
spirit.
yes, the kindred spirits are what's so incredibly valuable, because in business, your results are going to be a direct reflection of who you have your relationships with. So that's the part that I cherish the most about our leadership group with Anne, running the company with her leadership, everything that she does day in and day out, for all of us as a leadership group to be able to serve our community. And then it definitely trickles into the community. I mean, look at these experiences that we have at our live events.
I'm going to show another slide now, Sharon. And so you came up through the e-commerce master's program, and
Right.
with that, just continued to work on your talent. So I got a picture here of you and Ann with the beautiful Rockies in the backdrop. In fact, people want to join the e-commerce master's program, they can join us this summer in the Rockies if they want. And you and Lisa Slane sitting there at a desk in the conference room serving our people. And so as you came up then through the e-commerce master's program, of course, Brian's there, of course, leading the training. And at the end of this presentation, we got about 5 minutes left, Sharon. People can go on that link and they can hear all of Brian's story to inspire them. I know it inspired you. I know it inspired so many people. And we want to share Brian's story and then add to stories like you that you can really write your own ticket and move forward. And you really wanted to help the entrepreneur with Anne on her quest. So here it is with you and Lisa and the Rocky Mountains and all that. And I have one more slide then of Dallas before we wind it back down. But any thoughts of the event in Colorado, or any encouragement that you have for people to say, hey, come on in, get started, join us in Colorado, and you can have a life journey like Brian, like Martha, like Danita, and so many others.
Yeah. So the Rocky Mountains, the ultimate business lifestyle retreat. The name is really fitting. So as entrepreneurs, we need to take care of ourselves, right? We need to have that retreat to step away from the daily operations of the business, working in the business, and think about working on the business, the big vision. And so when we go into the Rocky Mountains, it's all about fortifying ourselves, understanding how we can take our own natural talents and skills, leading into Strengths Finders, and use, I forget what book it is because I read so many, but in business, you really need a strong board of directors, right? That are helping you to chart your path to the next level of scale, helping you to build yourself up. Well, you're going to find those pieces and parts when you intentionally unplug and go retreat and plan with people that have already been there before you. They can help you to see what is the best thing for you to be doing next at that higher level. So instead of thinking about, well, what am I scanning, or what does my profit and loss look like, and all these other little nits and gnats in the business with your inventory and your sourcing model, and really getting into the bigger vision of where you're going, and the Ultimate Business Lifestyle roadmap that we have as well to a six-figure income, we're taking all these things into account. So just being able to connect with your peers, connect with the leaders that have gone before you, and have that, what I'll call board of directors. I'll take that from that book I read. I don't remember which one it was. They're right there for you. So you're going to be you, the best you in your business, and you're going to surround yourself with the pieces and parts that you need that aren't your natural talents. So that's kind of what I liken it to, strengthening you, but then also seeing what other relationships can you form at that retreat to take you to the next level.
All right, Sharon. Well, I'm going to come full circle then. You've been journeying with us as part of Ann's corporate staff here, but it was really the e-commerce masters program that gave you the on-ramp to do that. And whatever your aspirations are, we here, Brian Cummings and I developed the roadmap. We personalize and customize a track for you to develop your entrepreneurial journey. Then we mentor you along the way with that, especially at the e-commerce masters program level. And so I have a slide up, Sharon, of us in Dallas at the back row there, helping the people, and at the reception table with Rich. He's there. He's such a blessing to our community. And you're there hugging Amber. And so that was just a few days ago, guys. We're really almost, even though we've done it for years, just getting going, really seeing the potential of our members crafting a really great future for themselves. And many have already done it, and we are here, like Danita in Italy, and the Coils in Hawaii, all of that. Let us help you get you where you want to go. So coming full circle, there's Sharon standing in the back with Ann and Brian at the front of the room of Dallas. Coming full circle, there's a link here where you can go hear Brian's full story. I encourage you to go there. It's a bit.ly link. And in fact, I better pull that up because not everybody may be able to click on it. It's bit.ly, bit.ly /Brian Cummings, BRIAN Cummings, CUMMINGS. And when you click on that, you're going to be able to hear Brian's full 40-minute story of his challenge, how he overcame things in the last 10 years as an Amazon veteran, and then shares those things with the likes of Sharon so that she can develop out her own business also. So I'm going to go to the last slides where you can see the link here, hear all of Brian's story, get impact and insight in how he overcame the hard lessons, and then come join us on our journey with Sharon and so many others. So, Sharon, thank you for being here this morning. Any last words that you'd like to say to your crowd that normally joins you on GoToWebinar on Saturday mornings? Is there anything else out here before we call it a wrap?
I just am looking forward to more success stories. We closed out last year with a ton. So we have a bunch of community members going to the next level in 2019 with us. So if you're newer and just getting going, 2019 is definitely your year to shine. And, check out Brian's story. Absolutely, he has laid the path. And we have everything that you need here to succeed in your e-commerce business. And as Kurt said, we're real people that want to make a difference for you in your life and the goals that you're setting for yourself. So thanks for coming out and hanging out with us on a beautiful Saturday morning.
Likewise, on behalf of Ann Sieg and everybody here at e-commerce business school, have a great weekend. No, make it one. Bye-bye.